The Old Man and the Sea Book Review. The Unlucky Fisherman, Santiago's Struggles. The Old Man and the Sea is a novella written by Ernest Hemingway, first published in 1952. It is a profound and timeless tale that explores themes of perseverance, the human spirit, and the relationship between man and nature. The story is set in the coastal town of Havana, Cuba, and it follows the journey of an aging and impoverished fisherman named Santiago. A heartwarming bond, Santiago and Manolin's friendship. Santiago is a humble and resilient man who has gone 84 days without catching a fish, earning him the reputation of being Saleo, or unlucky. His small fishing skiff, named the Theodore, remains idle as he struggles to make ends meet. Despite his misfortune, Santiago refuses to give in to despair and continues to venture out to sea each day in the hope of landing a big catch. A simple life, Santiago's solitude and routine. Santiago's life is marked by solitude and simplicity. He lives in a small shack and survives by catching fish, which he sells to the local fish market. His only companion is Manolin, a young boy who once fished with Santiago, but has been forced by his parents to work on a more prosperous fishing boat. Despite this separation, Manolin still cares deeply for Santiago and helps him with his fishing gear and supplies. Faith and hope, Santiago's journey begins. The novella opens with Santiago preparing for another day of fishing. He is filled with determination and optimism, believing that today will be the day he finally breaks his unlucky streak. Santiago carries with him the essentials for his journey, his fishing equipment, a small amount of food, and a picture of the Virgin Mary. He is a deeply religious man, and his faith provides him with a sense of solace and strength. Casting the lines, Santiago's quest for a catch. As Santiago sails farther out into the Gulf Stream, he begins to set his lines. He uses a variety of bait, including sardines and a small yellow bird he has caught and kept in a cage as a lucky charm. Santiago's deep knowledge of the sea and its currents is evident as he sets his lines at different depths to increase his chances of catching a fish. A legendary encounter, Santiago hooks the marlin. After a few hours, Santiago's luck seems to change. He feels a powerful tug on one of his lines, and he knows that he has hooked a massive fish. This fish is no ordinary catch, it is a gigantic marlin, larger than his skiff and stronger than any fish he has ever encountered. Santiago's initial excitement is tempered by the realization that he is in for a tremendous battle. Battle of Titans, Santiago versus the mighty marlin. The battle between Santiago and the marlin becomes the central focus of the novella. Santiago's skill as a fisherman is on full display as he uses his expertise to fight the fish. He must carefully manage his fishing line to avoid it breaking, and he uses his aging body to absorb the powerful pulls and surges of the marlin. The struggle is exhausting, and Santiago's hands are soon cut and bleeding from the friction of the fishing line. Contemplations at sea, Santiago's thoughts and reflections. As the battle rages on, Santiago reflects on his life, the sea, and his connection to the marlin. He speaks to the fish, admiring its strength and spirit, even as he battles it. Santiago's thoughts often turn to Joe DiMaggio, the famous baseball player he admires for his grace and tenacity. Santiago sees a parallel between himself and DiMaggio, both of them persevering through pain and adversity. Heroes in Adversity, Santiago and Joe DiMaggio. Days pass, and Santiago continues to fight the marlin. He is determined to prove his worth as a fisherman and to break the cycle of bad luck that has plagued him. He is sustained by his inner strength and his belief that he can triumph over the marlin, despite the physical toll it takes on his body. The prolonged struggle, Santiago's tenacity tested. During the battle, Santiago also faces external challenges. Sharks are drawn to the scent of the marlin's blood and begin to circle Santiago's skiff. These predators pose a significant threat, as they are capable of devouring the marlin and leaving Santiago with nothing to show for his efforts. Santiago fights off the sharks with his harpoon, using every bit of strength and cunning he possesses. Predators of the deep, sharks threaten Santiago's prize. The encounter with the sharks is a brutal and heartbreaking climax to Santiago's epic struggle. Despite his valiant efforts, the sharks succeed in tearing apart the marlin, reducing it to a skeleton. Santiago is devastated by the loss of his prized catch, but he does not lose his dignity or his resolve. The heartbreaking conclusion, Santiago's final battle. Santiago's journey back to shore is marked by exhaustion and despair. He is physically and emotionally drained, and he reflects on the nature of his existence. He contemplates his place in the world and his connection to the sea, which has been both his livelihood and his source of solace. Returning to the shore, Santiago's exhausted homecoming. When Santiago finally reaches the shore, he is met by a crowd of onlookers who are astonished by the massive skeleton of the marlin. Manolin is among the spectators, and he is deeply moved by Santiago's ordeal. He continues to care for the old man and promises to fish with him once again, despite his parents' objections. A symbol of resilience, Santiago's dignified defeat. The Old Man and the Sea ends with a poignant and bittersweet note. Santiago, though physically defeated, emerges as a symbol of enduring human spirit and resilience. He may have lost the marlin, but he has proven his worth as a fisherman and as a man. The enduring legacy, Santiago's message of perseverance. Ernest Hemingway's novella is a profound meditation on the human condition, the relationship between man and nature, and the enduring power of the human spirit. It celebrates the virtues of determination, courage, and grace in the face of adversity. Santiago's journey serves as a timeless reminder that even in the most challenging circumstances, the human spirit can rise above and find meaning and purpose in the struggle. The Old Man and the Sea remains a classic work of literature, cherished for its profound themes and its portrayal of the indomitable nature of the human spirit.